Hey guys, Mr. Antonucci here, and in this video we're going to talk about everything you must know cold for Unit 8 in AP Calculus. Before we jump in though, just a couple quick facts. Unit 8 is approximately 10 to 15% of the AB exam, and it's approximately 6 to 9% of the BC exam. Couple quick distinctions here. AB is going to cover average value of a function, position, velocity, and acceleration connections, area between two curves, and volumes with cross sections. BC covers all of those and also adds arc length. First concept up is average value of a function. If the function is continuous on a closed interval, then here is the average value formula you need to know, because you do not get a formula sheet on the AP exam. Essentially, this is the height of a rectangle with the same area as the curve. So acceleration is notated with a of t, velocity is the antiderivative of acceleration, and position is the antiderivative of velocity. Some other things you're going to need to know is the distinction between displacement and total distance traveled. Displacement is the integral of velocity over the interval given, and total distance traveled is the integral of the absolute value of the velocity function over that interval. Oftentimes, distance problems, if you need to compute the answer, will be a Desmos permitted type of question. And in general, you need to understand that the accumulation of a rate gives you the net change. The definite integral of whatever the rate function is over the interval is going to give you the net change. The next big idea that you need to understand is area between curves. There are two ways you need to think about this. First is vertical slices. This is when you integrate from A to B, the top curve minus the bottom curve. I have a picture right here for you to show you how to visualize this. The second way is with horizontal slices, and this is when you integrate from right to left in terms of y. This is where slicing the region horizontally is going to be more beneficial. You always subtract in these situations, and it's either going to be top minus bottom or right minus left. Next, we have volume by cross sections. The first thing you need to be able to do is to understand how to get the area formula for a slice of the region. Depending on how the region is set up, you're going to get the area function in terms of x or in terms of y. And then to get the volume of the solid, you're going to integrate the area function with respect to x or with respect to y. Common shapes that will come up a lot are squares, rectangles, triangles, and semicircles. Next, we have solids of revolution. There are two methods that you need to know here. First is the disk method. This is a specific subset of cross sections where a region is rotated around an axis, and the cross section is either going to be a disk, and the area formula for a disk is pi r squared. So the volume is going to be pi times the integral of whatever the radius function is squared. Also, you need to be able to do this with both respect to y and respect to x. The washer method is the same type of setup, but in this case, when you rotate it, the region produces a cross section that is a disk with a hole in it. You have big R squared minus little r squared in the integrand. Both x and y orientations need to be understood. Some problems may ask you to revolve a region about a non-coordinate axis. They're either going to be a vertical or horizontal axis. That covers the AB topics. Now let's jump into the BC only topics, and that is arc length. And you pretty much need to just know the formula. These are typically going to be Desmos permitted questions on the exam. If it's a free response question, you have to show the integral setup in order to earn full credit for the problem. So that wraps up the main concepts, and I just want to finish up here with a couple tips for you. Always, always, always include units on your answers if there is a context. Make sure you show the integral setup, even if you are allowed to use Desmos, and make sure you follow the directions carefully. If it says set up but do not evaluate, set it up, but don't waste time trying to evaluate the integral. A couple common mistakes to look out for are forgetting the absolute value when you're asked to find the total distance traveled of an object. Also, look out for using the wrong radius on volume problems. Another thing is mixing up with respect to x or with respect to y. Make sure you understand how to split integrals appropriately. All right, guys, that's it for Unit 8. Hope that was helpful to you. Make sure you check out my video on walking through free response and multiple choice questions. I think that will be very helpful for you as you study Unit 8.